Do you agree with the BC government's decision to recriminalize use of illicit drugs in public spaces?
To a degree, yes. I agree with the legalization of marijuana. 100% agree with that. I don't think it ever should have been illegal. But I do think we have problems that have to be addressed before we just cut things wide open. And all you have to do is walk around and see what's happening with some of the fentanyl and everything else to know that things are not being handled in the way they have to be.
Yes, I do. They're illegal drugs for a reason. They don't need to be seen by my children out in public taking illegal drugs. We should be working on getting those people help they need rather than giving them drugs that they don't need.
You know, it's never going to go away. The problem is going to exist, right? But it's still criminal. Like I think that the drugs that like marijuana and stuff like that don't pose an immediate threat for your personal safety and health. It's different, but when you're talking about things that include needles and other things, absolutely, should be illegal.
That's a tough one because if you recriminalize it, then the crime rates get higher, and back to the problem that you're trying to solve, I think, in the first place. So, in my opinion, well, it's neither here nor there. I feel like if they think that it would reduce the rates eventually, then fine. But otherwise, I don't know if statistics have proven that really it solves the problem. So neither here nor there, really.
Obviously, what was going on wasn't working. There were still people dying. There was still a lot of drug use. It did the safe places to go and use hard drugs, I'll call them, were there and available. But it didn't decrease the harm rate or even the numbers of people that did hard drugs. To my knowledge, that's how I understand that. So a second look had to be taken at what they have done in BC. But again, only time will tell which one works better.
Ooh, hard question. Yes and no. A lot of it is really bad. I've seen firsthand in BC from friends and family who've lived there, who have seen the devastation that some of the illicit drugs have caused. I think that the rehab centers and that open centers for clean use and everything are really nice additions to helping addicts get into a better headspace, get into a better mental situation, and to get better resources. At the same time, when it affects the community around you and it affects everybody in and around you, it becomes a problem at some point. And you can't do too much, but you can't do too little. It's a hard topic to chew on and a hard pill to swallow.
In general, I think that we need to be supporting people to stay healthy and be safe, no matter what they're choosing to do with their bodies. I understand that law enforcement has a place in there. I don't know what it necessarily should be.
Not really, no. I think there's lots of other options to solve problems, and again, it's a public health issue, not a criminal issue. So I think they should have dug a little bit deeper into their toolkit and looked for better ways to solve that problem.
I think that drug addiction is a mental illness, and I think that criminalization is not a suitable way to deal with that. I think there are people who need help, and there definitely should be systems in place to reduce the amount of drug use and protect citizens from the impacts of drug use. But I think that criminalizing it is just going to create a vicious cycle for a lot of users.
We lose on average 7 people a day here in British Columbia due to toxic drug poisoning. So until that number comes down, it makes no sense to fill our jails with people who are unwell.
However, I just a couple weeks ago, I was in the library using the bathroom and someone was smoking crack or meth in the stall right next to me, and it's not a good feeling, especially I know if kids are being exposed to that, you don't know what kind of harms that can do for yourself. And I think the concern is valid, but it's not solving the issue.
So it's one thing to make these bans, but you need to talk to your experts. You need to talk to the people intervening front line, and I think that there is a miss there in government at times. Whether you're talking to school administrators or you're talking to the people that run the cities, you've got to be talking to the front line.
So rather than decriminalizing it, what they should have done is they should have put more money into treatment and get these people treated and at least give them a chance to live instead of having a chance to die, which is what they've got now. So yeah, recriminalizing is a good thing.
Yes. I think that we've in our enthusiasm to try and protect the minority, we've done it at the expense of the majority. And that's a bit of a problem. Now, I don't know what the balance is. I don't think we should be criminalizing health issues, but that's not the same as we can do a leap the mountaintop and hope we've actually got it figured out. And I think in this situation, we don't have it figured out.
Well, I'm an individual that doesn't think any drugs or alcohol is a good thing. I mean, how is alcohol any different? It's legal, you can buy it, anybody can get it. It's a problem too. So, what's the answer to these problems? Again, as a person that doesn't use any of that, I'd like to see all of it gone.